And we're back. Well, it's been some time since the last recording sesh for me, because that thing happened where I went, I don't care about anything anymore, and I just want to do something else, and played Shin Megami Tensei for 5 days straight. Happened. But still want to get this done. Still want to do this and express the feels about... Okay. What actually happened is I saw a fucking video review for the fucking remake, and I was like, oh yeah, that's terrible. Time to talk about that by proxy. 'Cause that's what this is. Like, the whole thing is just like, that remake sure is a piece of garbage. I forget, was the remake out when I started recording these? When I started the first one? When did the remake come out? It came out, like, this month. No, last month. That I already don't even remember. The conversation around that piece of shit is already just, like, so beyond something that anyone could conceivably care about. Anyway. This isn't about the remake. Although, it is very... It kind of is, because it's like, look at how good the original is. As, like, a sense of comparison. It's like, hey, you see how the, fucking remake didn't do this shit? Because it's bad? Anyway. Yeah, it must have been out. That must have been, like, the original ground state motivation. Anyway. So we actually could have gone into the, oh, I think there's, like, a hidden item in there or something. I don't really care that much. Gone into this, train graveyard area earlier in the game. I think I might have. It's been a long time. It's been a short while of some passage of time since last. So I don't fucking remember what I did previously. But this is an area where the random encounters are the same. So if you did go into the train graveyard earlier to grind, as would be a good spot to do, you would now be at this part and see that these are the same enemies that you had fought earlier while grinding, and go like, oh, these are the same enemies, and that's the same background during the battle section, and it's the same music, and it's a fucking train graveyard, so you would go like, oh, I know where I am. Your awareness of the geography of Midgar is such, if you did do that exploring. You could have just not gone into the train graveyard, I guess, but if you had, your attentiveness is rewarded, because now you know, oh, we're back in Sector 7, and we're very close to, 7th Heaven. Which makes me question, the geography of Midgar a little bit, because, like, we went from the Sector 6, like, red light district, like, the heart of the red light district, to being dropped down into the sewer. Well, I guess you could say, like, the sewer, you know, all the slums kind of connect to the same sewer, you'd probably be able to say. Or something like that. Damn it, Tifa. There's no time to snooze. We're fighting some kind of mechanical fucking motor. That's also annoying. Does that stack? That'd be annoying if that stacks. Wake up. Oh my god, Cloud, you fucking actual jackass. Look at that. Okay, so Tifa is asleep right now, so what I tried to do with Aerith was, hit Tifa with Aerith to wake her up. But then Cloud blocked Tifa's attack. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. What was I just fucking saying? Maybe I shouldn't have wasted that, because we're about to come up on, like, a event. Nah, but good place to use it as anywhere else, I guess. Yeah, if you had been paying attention earlier, and if you had explored, your, like, attentiveness would be rewarded by being like, oh, that's right, the sewer. Yeah, we went from the I guess all the slums would probably, like, connect to... I didn't mean to do that, no. Would probably connect to the same sewer. I imagine, like, you know, it's not like there's, like, different... Yeah, I doubt the sewers would be, like, cordoned off in the same way that the slums are. I imagine, like, it's like Dark Souls with Blight Town. Everything just kind of goes down into the same shithole. Didn't mean to do that also. Yeah, here's the part where the, although earlier was I forgot if I talked about it. Well, there'll be an opportunity to, later anyway, but, this is definitely one of the many examples where, oh god, this is a fixed camera angle, pre-rendered background-ass PlayStation game, and now it's trying to tell you to, like, interact with the environment. It's, like, very impossible to tell, like, what the fuck you're supposed to interact with. But they did add the, if you press the select button, it does kind of provide an indication of, like, there's a ladder, climb on the ladder. But that doesn't help when it's, like, now you have to also figure out to jump from train to train. And that's a little bit unclear. Alright, this is... Oh, maybe I shouldn't. Oh. Oh, it's fine. I could just run away. There's no reason I can't just do that. What I was gonna do was like, ah, fuck it, I'll just turn on the limit break. The, fuck this random battle button. Cheat. But then I decided, nah, I'll be legit. I'll be legit with it. Yeah, it's a little hard. In some areas, this is not the worst one. The worst one is probably in between, like right before the playground area. I forgot to talk about it. I don't know if I did actually. I'll have a chance to talk about it in a little bit. But this is still a pretty bad example of like where the what? Oh, that blurry. It's more blurry on this because it's been upscaled to 1080p on the PS4. It wouldn't have been quite as bad on the original PlayStation, but it's still pretty, like, where the fuck? What? Yeah, you of all people have the most opportunity to get the fuck out of here. Because you're right by, you're literally oh my god. You're literally working on the train. You can leave. But no. It's the end of the line. For now. See, remember, we looked at this earlier, and now it's got all these cool little flashing effects to indicate gunfire. Look at Barrett up there. Oh! Oh, shit. That is like dead on arrival levels of like falling to your death right there. That is fuck you, like you're done. That is splatter levels of dead. I'm going up. You look at... Aerith, you stay here and be a white mage. Because that's what you do. Don't cast a healing spell or anything, though. I'll put her somewhere safe. Wink, wink. No, Aerith. Leave your... Aerith, try and leave your rampant unbirth fetishism out of this. Everyone get out of here! Yeah, good job, guys. Way to not listen to Tifa at all. Everyone get out of Sector 7! Oh yeah, let's move over here. So if you remember, those two guys... Those two Shinra soldiers are the dudes who were standing here being like, get the fuck out of here. And then these are all NPCs that were interactable earlier around the 7th Heaven bar. He's here to sell us some trash that we don't need. It's not something you'll see happen too often. Well, time to take one last whiz before I die. Yeah, let me handle this. That guy is dead. Like, I'm sorry. There's just no coming back from that. That is, like, done and over. Anyway. You're wounded. Okay, well, I do have a pocket full of potions and a restore materia, but I'm just gonna go. Oh no, the Shinra soldiers are attacking the pillar with their elite helicopter unit. What the fuck are these? Like, what is that supposed to be? We're gonna blow up the pillar and kill Avalanche with our elite propeller infantry. It's the most retarded thing ever. See, like, this is it's oh my god, why you like this? This is like a, you know, dramatic scene where, oh, we're rushing to stop Shinra from doing the bad thing and killing all the people. But the random encounters are still just the same goofy fucking thing. But even though it's like, what? Propellermen? It's still like, these are not, you know, thoughtless. Like, there was some thought put into, well, it's a big pillar, and you're running upstairs, so it would make sense that the random encounter would be an aerial unit, some propeller boys, who would be able to fly down and attack you no matter how far up along on the stairs you are at that moment. It is conceivable that you would be randomly ambushed by propeller boys. It's also, the music is the random encounter battle music from the very beginning. Because this is a combat scenario, even if you're not in the midst of a random battle at this very moment. Let's save some time. Yes, make one at a time, guys. Christ. See, this is one of the reasons I'm not super fond of the ATB, is because you do have those moments where you are just standing there waiting for your turn to fill up, and also the enemy is just standing there, also waiting for their turn to fill up. So both of you are standing there doing nothing. And it's a little bit more awkward than everyone just take your turn one at a time, or deciding the turn order, and then like everyone goes based on their agility stat. Like in Final Fantasy 1, it would be everyone like decides what they're gonna do during that turn, and then they go in order of their agility score. Oh, Jesse, you're gonna die without ever getting that Cloud D. Yeah, Jesse's the one who made the bomb, remember? So it makes sense that she's like, yeah, well, actually, this is kind of, warranted, all things considered. Man, didn't I just use the limit break earlier? That's crazy. That shit builds up fast. When the game wants you to be able to do limit breaks, it'll fucking give it to you. That's for sure. I think there's one version of the game where, like, the music would reset. Like, wouldn't that just kind of spoil the mood if you go into this random battle and the music starts over? Actually, let me try stealing from this guy. Well, yay, I actually succeeded. Like, the entire vibe of this section is, like, the entire scenario is a random battle, so it makes sense to have the random battle music playing during the entire thing. Wouldn't it just kind of spoil it if, when a random battle happened, it would reset? That's an inappropriate time and place for that to happen. I'm just gonna... We're like so close to the end here. I literally just have to press X. Shit. Better equip ourselves. Yeah, this is something that the game does during this first part of the game that can get a little bit awkward is, oh shit, you have more than 3 party members now, so now you have to juggle your materia and your equipment between multiple different party members. And it just ends up being a little bit awkward. It's not something that you have to deal with for very long after the Midgar section of the game. You don't have to deal with this anymore, but it is still kind of funny that, like, during this part of the game and this part of the game only, it's like, okay, re-equipped your materia. And again, it makes it kind of, like, it's not actually a problem during this part of the game, so it actually makes it weird, because it is conceivable at this point that you just straight up wouldn't really have enough materia to be able to fully equip anyone in your given party. But it does make it kind of awkward to where, like, take the way the game lets you swap out or gives you the time to, like, set up your materia loadout, and then apply that to later on near the end game where you have, like, full equipped sets of materia. It's that awkward thing where right now it's giving you the time to, like, get everyone's materia set up, but you don't have any materia. But then later on in the game, you would have this full, like, loadout of materia, but you're pretty much only ever gonna be playing as the party members you want to be playing as. It doesn't make you switch between different party loadouts like it is during this part of the game, so it's kind of awkward. But anyway, Reno's here to make it really weird that the Turks are so popular in the fandom. I don't understand why the Turks are so popular. Now Reno gets actual boss music. Hey look, we're fighting Reno now, when it makes sense for us to be fighting him. How about that? Gee, it sure would have been weird and awkward if you had a weird sort of fight with with Reno earlier during the church, but then you got taken away by time Jannies. Remake's real bad, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's bad, and if you like it, you're stupid. Anyway. Look at Reno being a badass, just getting punched and sword slashed and shot with a chain gun, and just taking it. I think it literally just all comes down to their design. Like, they've got the blue tuxedos. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll get into this more as we go on, but like, I don't really understand why the Turks are so popular. They're just like mid-bosses that you barely ever deal with. I literally think it just all comes down to their character design. Yeah, this is a weird thing where whenever you have a boss fight with a human, you don't actually beat them, they just kind of run away. You still get the experience, though. Woo 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 woo. Like, that's another example where it's like, this game has like a sense of humor about it. Like, this is supposed to be some big tense moment, but then Reno runs past Tifa and spins her around like a cartoon character. Try it. Yeah, I'm gonna know how to do it. Really inappropriate time for the Turks theme song to start playing. Erethu, Edisu. I wouldn't try that. He is already shooting. That's one of the awkward things, is like Barrett has this animation where he is blatantly shooting his chain gun. But like there's no accompanied like sparks. It's just his character model having a spaz attack. And then you have dialogue like this, it's like, I wouldn't try that. He has been shooting you. Edisu. I haven't decided, haven't you guys been trying to kidnap her since she was a literal child? Like, since she was a little babu, you've been trying to kidnap her, and you don't know what you want to do with her? Yeah, for the last, like, 10 years? Smack. What an asshole. Oh, shit. You guys were really confident in your timing there, because I could see that helicopter getting fucking obliterated. Look, we can move around during that. Isn't that insane? Yeah, all of a sudden, like, all other thought goes out to the window, and there's like, shit, we gotta get out of this situation right now. We're going to die unless we act. See what I mean earlier, where like you kind of get acclimated to the Lego Chibi character models during scenes like that, where after a point, like it stops, but like it's still obviously like able to be goofy, because it leaves so much to the imagination. But by that same token, that scene conveyed effectively the intended emotion. Like, that was horrifying. That was very effective in conveying, like, what an atrocious tragedy it was. Like, hundreds of thousands, minimum, maybe even up to the millions of people are dead. And the fact that it was, like, little Lego Chibi models does not make it any less like, holy fuck, that was fucked up. Like, not only did everyone living in the slums died, but everyone living on the upper plate, like all of the affluent people, also all just fucking died. Like, we saw it from both perspectives, of people in their little apartments watching the news, and then just boom, they started going down. Yeah, there's really no getting around that. Like, at minimum, Wedge, Jesse, and Biggs are all dead. They were all right underneath. Like, maybe Wedge could have been pulled away by Aerith. She managed to, like, do some stuff. But Biggs and Jesse are definitely fucking dead. Wedge is obviously dead, too. He never shows up in the game later. Like, there's no reveal where Aerith got him away. Like, he's dead. Everyone's dead. NPC Johnny would be dead too, but he left, remember? Yeah, and Barrett doesn't know. Barrett also thinks his daughter just died. Really? Yeah. Well, don't worry, the Time Jannies will show up and manage to make Wedge and Biggs survive. Not Jesse, though. Jesse gets to stay dead. But the Time Jannies will save Wedge and Biggs. God damn, that remake's so fucking bad. And the other people in Sector 7, and not just the Sector 7 slums, the people living on the plate. An entire village. It was a little bit more than just a village. That ain't it, hell no. It's the damn Shinra. It's never been nobody but the Shinra. Why do they keep calling it the Shinra? But I do think... I do like how immediately Barrett just falls back into denial and being like, no, it's not my fault. I don't have any responsibility. It's not like we blew up a minimum of 3 reactors, which also caused hundreds of innocent people to die. And even more people to go without power. Like, not only did everyone who was in those reactors that you blew up died, but imagine there were hospitals in those sectors that were going off of the power from those reactors. Like, that would have caused problems. Like, I know it's like, oh, it's the energy of the planet or whatever you think, but it's still kind of fucked up that you're doing that. Like, obviously, like, they just killed, like, a shitload of people to kill a group of 4, maybe 5, and failed to kill most of them. Like, you just, like, cause collateral damage in the hundreds of thousands at minimum in order to kill 6 people and only killed half of them. So if anything, the Shinra are just incompetent. So once again, we're like, it's that vibe of like the heroes of light, but they're terrorists, and the big evil empire, but it's an evil mega corporation that's like destroying the environment. But it's morally ambiguous. Like, Shinra is definitely fuck off evil. But it's not like Avalanche is innocent. What about me? I never cared. I'm just gonna walk away like a cool guy. I don't really know. Tifa! He just said there's no turning back, and what did you do? You literally just turned back.